A week ago Saturday we were in Chicago and you were getting at questions about what has to happen for Phil to get going. What have you seen in this last 4-game stretch that's made him so effective?
Well, again, I think puck luck is part of it, but skilled players find a way to get goals, and the puck kind of follows those guys around, and he doesn't need very many opportunities to score. But again, when he wasn't scoring, you could chart where his shots were coming from, and tonight, where did he score his goals from? And he's going into those dirty areas to get goals. And that's where what has to happen, because goals aren't easy to score in the NHL. Good goaltending and good defensive schemes, and goal scorers have to find a way to get it in, maybe get a little dirtier, and he's doing that.
He made that second one look easy, though, even though pretty skilled play he made.
Yeah, you know, those are the kind of things. The puck was rolling, he pulled it off his backhand, forehand, and that's quick hands. And we all know he has quick hands. And that's one of the things. If you give him an open net, you know, his eyes kind of get a little bit wider, I'm sure.
The hope in the offseason, Randy, was that when you brought in Bernier, that your two goalies would battle each other, push each other. Has that been, it obviously looks like that's going to form right now, because both guys seem to be trying to better each other.
Well, we believe, and you know, we've been criticized and we've been maligned and we've been a lot of things in our market because we won't or don't seem willing to declare a 1. And we say 1A and 1B. And if we can go the rest of the year with 1A and 1B and continue to have our goaltenders perform the way they are, then that's what we'd like to do. But we don't know if that's going to happen, obviously, by the playoffs.
Set the tone the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely deflating. Could be 1-1 and it ends up being 2-0. You know, they're an opportunistic group over there, and they find ways to score goals. And you know, I think for us, it's, you know, we've had enough talk about the process and, you know, doing things the right way, and you know, saying that it's coming. It's time to figure out a way to win some games, and we just need to buckle down in the important situations in the game. I mean, that's a tough break to not score there, and them scoring the 2-on-1, but we got to find a way to limit their high quality chances, and I think it starts with coming out of our end and going from there.
How was it for you tonight, being back out there? Just came back. Did you notice any hesitation with the guard on or anything?
I felt it early, but you know, I felt like I settled in. I think that's bound to happen. You know, especially with an injury like this, you're going to be nervous a little bit at the beginning. You know, I felt like I felt my way into it a little bit, and it's not something you want to do in this league, but felt better as it went along, and hopefully continue to get better here.
Did you struck anything when you're looking at it?
Nick, how would you guys pound a lot of shots at their net, you know, breaks don't go your way. How would you sum that game up from your perspective?
It's frustrating. We got to be better. We got to be better for a full game. We play good, you know, spurts through games, but we're not consistent enough. We're going to have too many goals against, obviously. 4 goals is way too much, regardless of how many shots or whatever, and we got to start, you know, scoring some goals. You know, for the most part, we've done that all year. We scored some goals. We got to be better in our end, better defensively, and everyone's got to buy in and be committed to how we need to play for a full game.
That Kadri, Van Riemsdyk, Kessel line had a heck of a game from their standpoint. You know, what wasn't working defensively for you guys that allowed them to do what they did?
It's just a commitment level. It's a commitment for everyone to come in and stop and be in position and be in the right spot and help each other out and battle and compete and make sure you're where you're supposed to be on the ice. And we got to do a better job of that, especially when you're against top lines. Everyone's got to help out and find those guys and make sure that we're competing hard against them and making it hard on them all night.
Stretch like this, is it tough to keep the mental toughness and not find yourself at wit's end?
Yeah, for sure, because it's something where it's a long year, but it's something where you can't have excuses, and we're getting, you know, digging ourselves a hole here, and it's tough in this league to gain ground and get back in the race. So I mean, it's something where we got to find it here. We got some days now where we can, you know, hopefully regroup and look at some things that we're doing wrong and how we need to get better and make sure we can keep building our game. I think we're getting better, but still, it's not good enough if you're not finding ways to win games.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
wrong right now. And you know, we say like I said, the right things, but you know, we have to go out there and do it on the ice. You know, like I said, nobody's gonna do it for us. We have to wake up in here.
Yeah, it's again, he's a fun guy to play with out there for sure. He's got a lot of ability and seem to be getting some good bounces right now and able to capitalize on our chances. So hopefully we can continue to do that.
What has Kadri added to that line?
Yeah, again, he's a highly skilled player. I mean, you can't say enough about him too. I mean, he sees the ice really well and has really good offensive instincts out there. And again, he battles low and helps us set up some offense that way.
What do you think that second goal that Phil scored there?
That was pretty world-class shot there, and how many guys can do that? So.
How would you describe him in one of these zones where it just seems like
What's that?
Phil, like when he's in one of these zones, how would you describe the way he plays?
Just give him the puck whenever you can. That's pretty much what everyone tries to do out there, I think, just because it seems like everything he touches is going in the net. So, yeah, he puts himself in a good position offensively, and he's been able to capitalize on a lot of those chances and create a lot of offense, and he's obviously a huge part of our team.
As much as he's the trigger man, you find he's been dishing it off pretty good this season too. Again, yourself and looking at Riles at the end.
Yeah, again, he's not only a shooter, he does it all offensively. He can make the plays and make good passes and all that good stuff, so he's a dual threat with the puck.
Does his hands compare to anybody else you've seen in your hockey career?
You know what, he's got quick hands, and I think he's really good at just kind of passing wise, just like finding those little holes that some guys or a lot of guys can't find. It's under the stick or through the legs and that sort of stuff. So I think again, he's a really skilled athlete, and I mean, you can't say enough about him.
James, what stands out to you about the 9-4-2 start you've had so far? What do you think has brought some success to the team in the big picture early this season?
Again, I think we've had great goaltending, and I think we've been good on special teams and been able to capitalize our chances. So. Again, I don't think we've played our best hockey yet. We have a lot of work to do in some areas, but again, we found ways to win games, and I think when you have those things, I think that's key for us.
Were you cognizant of the crowd tonight? And I say that because there was a lot of Leaf fans.
Yeah, you could hear it. It's pretty loud for us, so you can hear it even in warm-up. It was pretty good, and they were excited to see us out there, so it makes it a little bit more fun.
You had a comment just on facing Calgary tomorrow and what kind of challenges they might pose if they've had a bit of a better start than maybe some people had expected.
Yeah, they've been off to a great start. They got a lot of good young players there, and they've been competing really hard. And again, I've seen a couple of their games on TV. They play fast, they play physical, and again, they're going to be a tough game tomorrow.
I think he tried to give me credit for it at the start, but I told him, if it hit him, he could have it for sure. I mean, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm just happy we got the win.
How much can you say about how Phil Kessel's playing right now? What do you see on the ice for this zone like this?
Oh God, he just controls the game when he's playing how he is right now. He's obviously putting up some points, and he's putting the puck in the net, but he's just playing a great all-around game right now, and he's really helping the team out, and I think that's what we expect from him. So he's playing great.
When you say you up there, were you expecting the pass, or do you think, hey, he's a pretty skilled guy, he might try and do it himself there, sitting on 2 goals?
He's a team player, so I was pretty sure that he was going to pass it to me just because that's the kind of guy he is, and I'm happy he did, but I'm just happy it worked out, and it was in the net after. That's all that matters.
Did you think for a while, hey, you finally got it?
I was pretty sure it hit him actually, but all the players were chatting with me, but I was pretty sure that it hit him and went in, so I didn't get too excited too fast.
Scoring on Calgary, just kind of moving on and taking on a team that's kind of been a bit of a surprise this season.
Yeah, we have to move on from this game, kind of. I think we're pretty happy with how we played, but we got a big game tomorrow night. Against a pretty good team over there, so we have to be ready to play, and hopefully we can keep this rolling, and keep playing well.
What can you say about James Reimer?
That if we qualify and we can continue to get solid goaltending from our goaltenders, they'll give us a chance, and that's really what we're trying to do. Is we're trying to make this hockey team solid at every position, and by the acquisition of Bernier, he solidified our goaltending position.
Did you like your club's resilience when things were tough in that opening period?
Yeah, I think again, we kept things to the outside, but Rhymes did a pretty good job, and I don't think we would say that we're real happy with the number of chances we gave up in the third. We stopped playing. We just started to stand still and make plays, and they came at us, and they're going to come. They're going to involve 5 guys in the rush, and we didn't handle it very well, but again, we won 4-0. Let's move on. We're fortunate to win the hockey game, and we got Calgary tomorrow night.
Do you have a little bit of a scare when you see Kadri crumpled in the boards like that?
One was, to me, it was he kind of slid in. He was sliding from a long ways. It wasn't like he had a lot of momentum, so I didn't think it was really that. I think he got
good room something. And they kind of was throwing everything at the net, and in the second, I thought we really established our game, and we controlled most of the play. But then, in the third, I think we kind of sat back a little bit, and maybe tried to play prevent defense or whatever. It didn't allow too much in tight, but it felt like maybe they're in our zone for most of it, just throwing pucks at the net. So, I think, as a team, I don't think we want to give up 40-plus shots. But having said that, I don't think that it was as dangerous as the quantity suggested. I thought that our D-men did a heck of a job. Our whole team did a great job of eliminating second chances when I left the rebounds out there, and for the most part pressure from the outside. So, like I said, Edmonton played well. You have it handed to them. They came at us, but I thought that as a team, I thought we protected the host real well.
What does it look, Phil Kessel, when you kind of hot streak like this, 10 points in 4 games? What's the view like from where you're standing in this hockey game? What's he look like?
Phil, he's one of the most talented players in the league, and he has a great shot, and because of that great shot, he can open up passing lanes too, because guys are cheating on him. So he's a great player, and it's just fun to watch.
What stands out about his shot when you're facing him in the crowd?
It's just the release, the speed, the quickness, the weight behind him, everything. It's probably. Between him and Ovechkin, it's probably the hardest for shots in the league. So he's a pretty special player.
Philly reporter said.
possible you're more anxious to jump into the play now than you normally would be?
What do you mean?
Offensively?
No, just playing the game, I got a good pass on the first one by Nas, and the second one just bounced right to me.
Can you feel when you're in kind of one of these zones?
Like I said, I'm getting a couple good bounces right now, some good passes, so, I'm fortunate right now.
What have you seen him playing the last couple games there with Nas on your line?
Like I said, there's some good bounces. Some guys are making some good plays. Game before this, JBR made a good pass to me backdoor tap, and I got a couple good passes again.
Randy said maybe you're going to the net more or going to those quote-unquote dirty areas more. You feel that? Or?
No, just playing the game, right? Just trying to, help the team win and do what I can.
Are you enjoying this stretch?
Like I said, it's about the wins, right? Whenever you can win a couple games in a row here, it's nice. We had a tough game in Columbus, and we bounced back 2 wins here.
You're humble. Sorry.
No, I was just going to ask about the goal. Everyone's kind of been talking about the quick hands, and just maybe talk us through that goal and your
like I said, the puck just hit the boards. They're lively boards here, and just came to me, and the goalie wasn't over yet.
You're humble about the goals. How much fun are you having setting up the teammates league?
I like that. Obviously, whenever they give me the puck too, some nice assists and tap-ins. I got this year, so whenever I can do the same thing to them, I try to do it.
Did you see the Riley one? Did you think it was his?
Yeah, I thought it was, but then we, in the pile, I kind of knew who it was. But it was close. He almost had his first.
What did you see from the Oilers tonight, Phil? It didn't look like a 4-0 game in a lot of ways on the ice.
No, you know what? They played good. They are a good offensive team. They had a ton of chances. Ryan's played well. We have to still be better than what we were. We gave up too many shots and too many quality chances. And we were fortunate Ryan's played a good game tonight.
Bill, the fact that you moved into second and
Good mojo.
scoring, is that a little example that you're an all-around player?
Good. I want to apologize to you guys. I know the room was closed for a couple extra minutes there, but the players were having a fireside chat. So I hope you all can respect that.
Dallas, Andrew talked about it really comes down to individuals and needing to find a level of consistency and not having massive dips. What do you say as a coach when your team goes from that first period and then just kind of sinks away in the second?
I didn't think we. Did Andrew think that we sunk away in the second?
I thought the second period, you guys really took a big dip.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I didn't think we were as good as we were in the first. I don't think it was a massive dip. I do agree with the assessment that the individuals have to find a consistency and one that is of a very high level. I think we got a good taste of that when we played LA the other night. It was every shift. It wasn't like tonight. Like you look at that game, it's who finishes chances and who doesn't. Tonight, for me, it's I don't believe we were out-competed, out-hit, out-toughed, outshot, out-shot-shared. We were out-finished is what we were. And we talked about that, about the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're a team that maybe doesn't have the puck a whole lot. I think they've been outshot a fair amount this season. But if you give them opportunity, they will score. They are opportunists, and they've got guys that can put it in the net, and they showed that tonight. We gave them 3 absolute gifts. The first one, our forward should be filling for our D-man. We were late to the party on that one. Now we have a missed D-zone coverage on another goal, and then we give them the fourth one was just an absolute bad turnover. The one they got on the 2-on-1 after we hit the post, I'm actually okay with that one. Listen, we're up on the play. We have a great opportunity. When you commit 4, they might get it going the other way, but I'm kind of all right with that one. But the other ones were gifts, and you can't give the Toronto Maple Leafs with the opportunists that they have, those opportunities.
Shouldn't that be your team's game? Like, you guys should be the ones that finish all your chances and win this type of game.
Well, I think if we have that many chances on a consistent basis, I think we would finish more. You know, James Reimer was able to keep that puck out of the net, and a lot of times I'm not sure how he did it. And goaltending's an interesting position. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to happen, and he was able to do that tonight.
Dallas, you push your forwards, some of your higher-end forwards, into the 20, 22, 24 range for ice time. How are you finding the quality of those minutes? They haven't played those types of minutes as NHL players in previous years. How are you finding those minutes from those guys?
Well, I think it's a challenge some nights for them, but that's their challenge. It's if they want to be 16-minute guys for the rest of their careers, it's not going to happen with me coaching. If you're going to be our top players, you're going to play, and you need to learn how to handle those minutes. I think a lot of times this year those minutes are because we've been playing from behind, and when you're looking for goals, you're not playing your fourth line a lot. You're looking for those other guys to step up. So I know it's new for them, but that once again, it's part of the process. It's part of the longer process that eventually these guys will be able to handle those minutes and handle them very, very well. But they have to be pushed now to be able to do that.
The other night against Washington, you kept putting the RNH's lineup against Ovechkin's line, and Ovechkin won that night pretty good. Tonight it was the same case with Gagne and Kessel's lineup. Is that something you're doing on purpose? You're not letting them off the hook? You're not changing that matchup halfway through?
Like, you know what? They those guys tonight were whatever they were, -2 or -3 against that line, -4. That line out-finished Nuge's line. They did not outplay them. Nuge's line had them in their zone more times. The shot share numbers were overwhelmingly in our favor with that line, against that line. So it's about finish there for me. So I'm not going to change something because they got scored on or 2 goals against. If it's a night where we are getting dominated by a line and we're constantly in our zone, and let's say Nuge's line can't get out of their zone against Kadri, well, that's one thing. But if they get a couple opportunities and bury them, well, it doesn't make sense to change it for me.
As Richard Bachman.
And the other part of that is, yeah, you're right. Listen, like, you got to handle that other line, so they're not going to be let off the hook either. If it's an absolute disaster, it's my job to change it and try to find somebody that can handle it. But our top players have to be able to play against the other team's top lines.
So Richard Bachman made the decision when Devin comes back to send him back to Oklahoma City, a tough one for you now, because he was being on pretty previous shots there.
Yeah, I thought he played well again tonight. The 2-on-1 goal, the 2-on-1 goals are tough for a goalie, and the goal that Kessel scored, there's not many guys that are going to score for that goal from the goal line, be able to roof it like that. And I don't fault him on that one either. And so he played well again for me, and we've got a day off tomorrow. I can think about it more, and we'll see how Dubes is going forward.
Dallas, it was Gagne's lineup was -4, Sam's first game back. How did you think he played?
Yeah, it was. Sorry, I just talked about Nuge's line, and it was Gagne's line that was matched up against Kadri. Sorry for that. I like that he was making plays. I didn't think his feet were moving that fast, and that will come. But that's a good line. Like, I thought they were doing well. I thought they had a ton of chances as a line tonight, and I thought they were going well against Naz's line, just like Nuge was going well against Boland's line. So I just stuck with the matchup because I felt like we were going okay. So Gags will come, his feet will catch up. But the good thing with Gagne tonight was that he was making plays, and his timing will get more up to speed. I just felt that a few times he was coasting, looking to make the pass where he could have drove his legs and made the play himself.
Just settled. Did he get sick or was he going to get stuck?
Yeah, I guess he wasn't feeling well after the morning skate, and then I basically just got word late in the afternoon that he wasn't feeling well at all, and so I had to be quick on my feet there to get the lineup right. So I'm not even sure what the update is on him. I haven't even asked, and I'll get word later tonight or tomorrow on him.
Thank you.